Hi guys, it's Leomie. Welcome to crackchanacup.com. Today I'm doing a Q&A video just so that you can get to know me a bit more and I can try and answer all the questions that are on your mind really. I haven't actually looked at all the questions properly because I wanted my answers just to be like top of the head, like however I felt at the time kind of thing, or however I feel right now. So bear with me. If I hadn't become a model, what would have been my dream career or job? Well, if I wasn't a model, I would have just graduated uni. I would have done something like English Lit, and I would still want to be in fashion. I would want to be a fashion journalist. Like, I wanted to be writing about what I do, which is kind of funny. Or if I could, even though it's kind of similar to modelling, so maybe it doesn't count, but I would have wanted to be a TV presenter, obviously. I could never imagine myself just having a normal job. I would love meeting new people, and I feel like fashion journalists obviously get to meet a lot of new people, and of course TV presenters do too. So one of those two jobs. I basically moved to America because there's actually just way more work there for me. I just thought, let me just go to a new market and actually stay there, because New York's one of those places where you have to stay there for a period of time to pick up work. You can't just go there for 2 weeks and expect to get loads of great jobs and whatever. You actually have to be there. The clients have to know that you're going to be there and be around. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me just move on up to Harlem and see how the crackheads there like me. Good question. Seems so long ago now. People still come up to me like, oh, you're the girl from the model agency. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like 17 when that was on. It was filmed during my first show season. So what, 17, 18, 19? 4 years ago now. It's like, gosh guys, let it go. How's my life changed? Well, I feel like being on that model agency program allowed me to show people more of my personality. People actually got to know what I was actually like, as opposed to just seeing the runway, the editorials, oh, she's a young model coming up. It was actually like, okay, that's Leomie Anderson. Afterwards, obviously, there was a lot of press. I got to do a lot of interviews and stuff, and I also got to show that actually I can speak properly, I can articulate myself well, I can, you know, handle myself in interviews. You know, I was 17 and being asked, like, you know, about racism in the fashion industry and stuff like that, and those aren't necessarily easy questions to answer on the spot, and I could have fucked it up, like, you know, oh, well, you know, this designer and this person. Like, no, I knew how to handle myself, so I think that was one of the good things. I got to do like a lot of TV auditions. Before T4 was scrapped, I actually did like a screen test for them. I went into their offices, had meetings with them at least 3 or 4 times. I was on a T4 set doing like a fake TV channel type thing. Like, that was quite a good experience for me. So even though I obviously didn't get it, and then further on you see that it, you know, got removed, it was still like a really great experience, and it encouraged me to think maybe I could do TV presenting. So that was quite cool. I don't know, I watch a lot of films. I watch every film. I love Finding Nemo, that's my main, so let me just stick with that. Ooh, who do you consider to be your role models? Like, people who I would consider to be not even role models, but people who I really look at and think, you're doing a lot. Jordan Dunn, of course, because this is her time right now. She's killing the game, and she's like the most like humble, nicest, funniest girl ever. So definitely JD. Rihanna, duh, fashion icon, killing the game, creative director of this, clothing line that, music this, concert that, charity this, and she's always with her best friends. And if you follow me on Snapchat or whatever, you know me, I'm always with the same people, so I totally get her and Melissa's friendship. So that's someone who I look over and think, you cool. Okay. Ooh, I like this. If/when you get married, would you wear sneakers? I'm contemplating, you know. I am contemplating, but I won't. Actually, not gonna lie, probably walk down the aisle wearing heels. Ceremonies seem to take a lot of time. The pastors talking and that, my foot's gonna start hurting, you know. My bridesmaid's gonna have to bring me some Swarovski crystals, something custom, this and that. And then I'll slip those on in the middle of my thing, because my feet's going to be hurting. And everyone who's at my wedding will know me very well. I know, you know, me ain't going to be standing up for no big half an hour, hearing the pastor talk all this, wearing heels. No, so yeah, I will be changing maybe into these. And like slipper number, metallic, shiny. I think these are appropriate for a wedding mate. So probably these. A lot of the girls who are doing a lot of the big campaigns now as well are older. So I don't think that there's really any age to start modelling. If you have a look, you have a look, you know what I mean? Being a dark-skinned woman in the modelling industry, what's some of the advice you could give women following in that same path? just be on point, because you already know that there's less jobs for black models. Big surprise there. Do you know what I mean? You just have to look in one magazine to see that. So you want people to remember the best qualities about you. That's what I would say. It is going to be harder. It's not a joke. That's not an exaggeration, because all you have to do is look through a magazine and you see, okay, it is harder for black girls to get work. But I just want people to remember me for who I am, my personality and stuff. And this is for any race, any whatever. If you're a model, social media is important. Get it and use it correctly and use it to your advantage, because people don't understand. Like, young models coming up, or some models think, I don't need Instagram. You do, because that is your image. This is the part of your image that you get to control, by the way, and it's the only part really that you get to control. When you go to a show, do you get to pick your hair? No. Do you get to pick your clothes? No. You're who they want you to be. You're a canvas. However, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Tumblr, your this or your that is your way of showing your personality, and that is important too. And wouldn't you want people to know who you really are, as opposed to what people make you into? Tumblr Anon. As you've grown in popularity, you must also have more people who hate on you and don't like you. How do you deal with that? My response to all those people is literally,
I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, bitch, I don't give a.
You can't do stuff to please other people, because even if you did everything perfect, were nice to every single person, there's still going to be someone that says, she's a beg. Why should I be friends with everyone for? She thinks that she's nice. Nah. When I was in year 7, I used to get bullied. And the same girls who bullied me, as soon as they found out I was a model, tried to beg it with me. Same girls who used to bully me were getting my number, calling my phone, saying that they need to interview me for their dissertation. People are going to like you or going to not like you, regardless of what you do. Being honest, everyone, when they get to one point, they're always going to want more. If I didn't want more for myself, then what's the point really? If I was just content with what's going on right now, or what I'm doing right now, then I feel like there's never going to be progression. You need to always want more in your life. I'm very happy with everything that I'm doing right now, but at the same time, next year, 2015, that's a big year. My first ever paid job paid me like £50. It was £50 cash in hand, half a day. I went with my mum. It was only my legs and my feet in the picture, a little bit of shoe, leg action going on, and I loved it. I thought £50 was big money back then. Like, this was one of my first jobs. I was like, whoa, £50 cash in hand. Wow, this is great. Modelling is great. Money. I was like 15 or just turned 16 years old, so £50 is a big deal. £50 is a lot of cheap jackets from wherever the hell you used to get those cheap jackets from, you know? Salary, like, non-existent. You don't have a salary. You have debts more. You actually have debts. They had to pay for, you know, having your picture up on the internet, on their website, to pay for your book, you know, test shots and test shoots even, and all that kind of stuff. You're more in minus than you are in plus when you first start modelling, and then you'll do like one job that will kind of like clear it and make it nil, like 0-0. But you ain't cakes when you first start modelling, unless obviously you just land all these big things. No one does. Even Kim Kardashian didn't get paid for that break the internet. So if big Kim K isn't getting paid, what do you think of little Leomie? Nah. But make sure you always put school first. Stay grounded, stay humble, stay in school. 2, make sure you practice your walk, you know, practice your faces. But, you know, I feel like modelling is one of those things where you just develop. You develop. So don't put too much pressure on yourself to like pay for shoots and all that kind of stuff. Don't do that. If you really have modelling potential and you went into an agency, they'll be able to see that. If every agency is saying no, maybe, just maybe guys, it's not for you. So maybe look for alternative routes into the fashion industry. I hope you've enjoyed this Q&A session. I hope you feel like you've got to know me a little bit better. I'll be doing another one of these soon, I think, if you want to. Keep sending me questions, and if I get enough, I'll do another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, you guys, and